Today we're taking a look at solar and purifying our bees with inoculation. Stay tuned. Also, for those of you that are new here or you're returning or whatever, memberships are now enabled here on my YouTube channel and on my Patreon. They both have the same rewards. Go ahead and check them out, and you guys can get connected to the member server when we bring that up in January. I'm super excited. Hope you guys are ready. Also, this is going to be a longer video, so strap in, get some popcorn, get your favorite drink, and let's bang on. Welcome, friends, to a new episode of Feed the Beast Ultimate Reloaded. All right, friends, we are back, and I have finally got another hive set up. We've got our Emerald Bee Hive. Oh, baby, when they're all running, and you can see they run at night, which is great. So, at least most of them do. Now, they're not awesome. They're not super pure awesome bees, but they are doing all right. I mean, we have 19 stacks, and I got this set up yesterday. Or maybe the day before. I think it's been running for about 2 days. So I've got almost 20 stacks. That's not bad. And we've got some stuff I need to take care of. But, yeah, not bad. We've got a supply of emeralds now. We can centrifuge these down into, what is it? I think it's a shard? Fragment. Emerald fragments. So we can get emerald fragments, and then 9 of those equal a 1 emerald. And there's a 100% chance. So we have about 2 stacks of emeralds. Not bad. Not bad at all. So we have emerald production going, which is fantastic. What were we working on last episode? Well, we were talking about some updates. Oh, let me break that. Update the block so we can see our juice in there, a bacteria vector. I have made some improvements. I don't think this is super sufficient or efficient, but it works. We actually now are running machines. Things are working. Oh, what happened with that? That's super weird. I've never ever fully emptied one before. Very interesting. Okay, so I'll have to get some dirt and fill that up and get that up. But okay, without the farms and without these running, we have an abundance of power. So these are all filled up. This one is not filling, and this one is not filling, but the other side is. These are both full. And here is where we're filling up. So it actually is doing okay. And what did we do? Well, from the last episode, we went straight from this setup to an MFE and then to one of these. Now, I've made some changes, and I've got a few HV consumers, which just come from these and this guy. I don't know. I know that this is not perfect. By any means, but it seems to be doing okay. It'll meet our needs right now. However, we have some things coming up that all of this, well, I don't know that all of this is going to meet our needs. So this is going to be an interim for the next setup, which is solar. And I can't remember. I think we want to do the advanced solar panels and not the IC2 ones. These are cheaper, yes, and they provide some power, yes, but these are the ones that really kind of get you into the high level stuff. So what I'm thinking is, if we make some advanced solar panels, we can make a bunch of these advanced ones. They're not anything that's out of the ordinary now. Reinforced iridium plate takes iron plates and a piece of iridium, not hard. Advanced alloys, also not too difficult, and some carbon plates, not super hard. So we could probably start making a bunch of these so we can start getting into ultimate solar panels. Coal chunks, compressed coal ball. This is where it starts getting a little bit tricky. Yes, because we require iridium plates. Do I have a bunch of those? Let's take a look. Power is definitely a thing that we want to start worrying about quite greatly, actually. Okay, so we can actually make a bunch of these. How do we make these? Oh, we need to start producing UU matter again, which we can do. There, we've got two and a half stacks of those. All right, perfect. Let's see. I don't have any of that other stuff, but so interesting. So we can start making some ultimate. Quantum is where it's going to get crazy because you need 8, and then we need to get ourselves to the point where we have some nether stars. We're not there yet. I haven't even fought a wither. So, but we can start working on getting as many of these guys as possible. But obviously we need to have this production up and running first. So that's something we'll probably start working on. I'm not exactly sure yet when we're going to do that, but I do have some of these machines running. I had the isolator and this running, and I was still gaining power. So I think we're okay with our power setup, at least for now. One of the things I was doing, yes, here we go. This is what I want to talk about today. This guy. We have an Apira Serum Array, and look at all those wonderful charges it has, or what are they called? Genetics, each effect. So all of its traits. We have fertility is really high. So as you can see, I've got a bunch of these tolerant larvae. The reason we have tolerant larvae, do a quick sleep real quick here. Boom, boom. There we go. Perfect. And the tolerant larvae is something that we want to deal with because these do not create extra drones. And if we want to get into some of the different bees, the tolerant queens, which make robust bees and get into resilient bees, are pretty much the factor for making all of the other metals. So, princess. So here we go. So we have the leaden bees. So we need resilient bees, and then we need robust bees, which are made with tolerant bees. We have tons of unweary, which is no problem at all. However, we don't have a lot of tolerant, but we now have the ability to start making the right proper, tolerant bees. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to take these larvae. I've got 8 of them here. And we're going to take the larvae and we're going to put them in here. Nope, not the splicer. I'm sorry. The inoculator. So put them in here, and we're going to put the array in here. And now this is going to inoculate the bees. It's going to take these tolerant larvae, and it's going to put every single one of these traits on it. And this is a super slow process. I know we've talked about this, but this is going to be a video pretty much just basically talking about how to improve your bees, because that's what we need to do, because you're going to run into certain lines where they just don't produce enough drones, and you need the drones to start making more and more stock of your bees, and it's really hard. So what we're going to do is we're going to start taking a bunch of these tolerant larvae, and we're going to inject them with production of slow. Lifespan is going to be elongated. Now, this serum array is pretty much to purify and make the best bees. It's not definitely not for the best production, because I put lifespan of elongated on there. What might have been a better option after I was doing this was the lifespan should have been shorter or shortest, but I don't have those traits yet. So I was like, you know what? Let's make the best bee that we can make for the tolerant line, because we're going to be getting into corroded, which now these already do. The corroded are copper bees, but they're the same as cuprum, so I don't know that we're going to use those bees or get into them. Maybe we will. Or maybe we'll do half cuprum and half of the corroded, because these make a different way to make copper, and we could have multiple ways to make copper. But we have lead, we have galvanized, which I believe makes aluminum, impregnable. Now, see, this is where it gets really interesting, because these guys start dropping titanium combs. And it has a 100% chance of making titanium grains, which you can take 4 of those and make titanium dust. So that's super amazing. We need to get ourselves to resilient bees as quickly as we can. But what it's going to do is we're going to have to inoculate a bunch of tolerant larvae to make the same drones that have all of these traits. And the biggest one is the fertility. It has a high fertility. So when it's going to actually make one of these drones, when it breeds with a princess, and we turn these all into drones, we breed with a princess, it's actually going to breed out all of the bad traits. So we're actually, let's show you. So right now, these bees, if we take it and we take a look at it in our beealyzer or our analyzer, fertility is 1. It makes 1 drone, so it's really just keeps reusing the same drone over and over. What we're going to do is with high, it's going to change that to a 3 or a 4, I believe. Actually, I think it's a 4. So now we're going to be creating all kinds of crazy amounts of drones from the tolerant line using this. The production's going to be slow, but it has all the tolerances. So it has rain tolerance, it's cave dwelling. Humidity is still none, but we're in the right biome, and it has a really large tolerance or territory for pollination. Sorry. But this should be able to produce for us. Now, these lines are really just for the fact that we want the purest bees that we can get for being able to breed out all the nasty traits or the bad traits, and just so we can get better traits. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to make a whole stack of these. So that way, well, I don't think we need a stack. I think we need about 32, maybe 16. I'm going to start with 16, and we're going to take those 16, and what I'm going to do when I've got them all is I'm going to take those 16 drones, which will all be able to stack, and I'm going to put them in here. So that way when this bee recycles itself, it's going to use those 16 drones first, and it's going to eventually breed out all of the traits of this guy, and it's going to breed in all the really good traits of this guy. So that way we have a bee that's going to be producing 4 drones every time. Reason being is we can then take those drones and we can make a whole bunch of tolerant bees and princesses, and then start making all of these other types of bees that we need, which is really great. Getting to resilient bees is a really huge step. You have a couple steps when it comes to your bee progress. Your first step is getting a bunch of common bees, which is breeding 2 mundane bees together. Let's go out to the bee area and take a look. Okay, we're at our little bee breeding hive area. I don't know that we're going to need this that much, but the first thing to do is to breed common bees. And the way to breed common bees, we've already talked about this in previous episodes. However, you can use a meadows or a forest, and you breed them through a cycle of themselves, and eventually you'll get common bees. And when you get the drones to stack, then you have pure common bees. And then what you can do is you can take those drones in any princess, and if, let's say, we have a meadows princess, once I have a whole stack of drones, I can take 32 of those drones, I can put them in here with a forest princess, and eventually through automation they'll just take all the traits of the common, and it'll turn that princess into whatever bee that you're using for your breeding. So we could make endless common bees that we wanted. So really what we're doing in this particular event is we're purifying our bees and making them much better. They're going to give us more drops. It's going to give us more drones. It's really going to give us more bee stock to use. Now, I have, as you can see, I have an abundance of bees, but this is really all stock for being able to create other bees later. So eventually what I'd like to do is I'd like to take all of those bees out of there so they can continue to produce. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to get another section down below here, and I'm going to put it over here. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take another ME crafting setup, and I'm going to make it all for bees. And then we can take some of these things and larvae and all of these other things, and we can put them back behind and use ME interfaces to connect it, so we have it all in one system. And then we'll have two systems. We'll have our normal regular system for all of our things, and then we'll have our bee system. I think that'll be really well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let these run for a long period of time, because as you can see, we've been talking for a good amount of this episode, and we really haven't done anything. Essentially, we've done a whole lot. With the idea of all those previous videos of us isolating traits, taking the traits and putting them in a sequencer and getting them into our data bank, you can see our data bank is starting to fill up here, which is great news. Ooh, Stanum. We should probably get that going. So let's take an empty serum vial. I don't believe I have Stanum in here. Did it finish? No, we don't. So let's take this. Which one's Stanum? This one here. We can also isolate. So let's take Stanum. We're going to take the empty serum vial, put that on here, and then we're going to put that guy in here. And we're going to make 16. We're going to just make sure it's good to go. I don't really have to charge these all in the polymerizer. I am just doing it so in the event I need any of these bees, I'm good to go and I have them for safekeeping. I don't really have to do that, but I could just leave the serum array over there and I'm good. But I kind of like going through the process of making sure it's fully charged, so that way whenever we need it, we're good. But so we're going to let these tolerant bees or larvae, tolerant larvae, breed up. We're going to inoculate them, and we're going to take all of these traits and we're going to get them into a couple of these bees. So I'm going to finish this process. It's going to take a super long time. I'm going to run a timer and see how many hours it takes to get through all 16 of these larvae, because I think it's going to take a very long time. So, yeah. It's going to take a while, and then I'll bring you guys back, and we can take a look at how long it took. And then actually what we'll see is we'll probably just do one, so you guys can see how long it took to do this one. So I'll run a timer for just one, and then we'll multiply that by 16, and that's how long it's going to take to get 16 pure drones for us. The other piece is once this is done, we then have to put it in this guy here. We have to incubate it, which that doesn't take very long. You guys saw that in the last maybe 2 episodes ago. But all right, cool. I'm going to let those work, and I'll bring you guys back when they're all done. Thanks. Okay, while we're waiting for those, I decided to start going through the process of, is it compacting? Is this going to make the plates? Yes. Okay, great. Making our first advanced solar panel, which is going to be great. So, all right, let's let those run. And I've been working on making one of those for about 10 minutes. So in 10 minutes, this made it to about 14%. So it's going to take a long time, just so you guys get a frame of reference for how long it's taking. We'll let that do its thing, put those back in there, and I think we have enough to make what we need. Let's do that. All right, so we can make 3 of those. Can we make one of those? Yes, great. Oh, we can make more than one. Okay, let's make 2. 3? All right, let's make 3 of them. And can we make one of those? Oh, what are we missing? A Cenarium. Oh, okay. All right, we can make a bunch of those. And this guy. Oh, might as well make more. There we go. Okay, and we've got a fair amount to make another one. Can we make another one? Ooh, we're close. let's see what we can do here. Okay. We've got that guy. Can we make him? Yep. All right. What are we missing? Oh, just the 3 top parts. Can we make that stuff? Oh, I'm missing these guys. All right. All right, we made 6 of those. Should be able to make 3 of these, I think. Oh, my goodness. Okay, we made 2 of them. Sweet. All right, so let's go see. You know what we need? Glass, fiber cables. We've got a bunch of those. And then I don't have any MFSUs right now. Oh, that's only tier 1, so we can use an MFE for now. We should be okay. All right, where do we want to start? Oh, you know what we should do? I'm guessing we should probably do it out here? Yeah. All right, let's just kind of do it like so. All right. Perfect. Let's see what we need to do here to bring this into our base. We might have to do some terraforming, of course, but let's see what we got. Okay, not bad. Where's that coming through? All right, not too bad. Let's turn that back on. All right, so we've got a space to get this solar into our base, which is nice. So let's just see what we can do. This is clearly temporary. So yes, it's gonna look a little crude. Well, there we go. We've got solar power. Look at that, people. Beautiful. Wrench. Maybe it's in my backpack. It is. There we go. Let's take you out. There we go. Because we're going to want that to just go... actually, we'll probably want that to just face down. And this is not going to be... Yeah, there we go. So, yeah, we're going to have to take a look. Are those upgrades? Do these have upgrades? All right, let's take a look at advanced solar panels. I don't see upgrades. Not that I'm aware of anyways. Okay, well, that's fine. I'm not too worried about it. But these are not bad. So we now have solar power. Similar to what we have going on at spawn. So this is perfect. This is generating, looks like it's generating quite a bit. We're going to definitely want to upgrade all of this stuff. And what we'll probably want to do is at some point tie it into this system as a supplemental deal. So I think what we might do is run these cables up so that way they can continue to help with the MFSUs. The next thing that we want to do is a little bit more difficult of a task, which is, this is kind of a perfect area for setting up a solar farm too. Sun's up in the air, we've got tons of solar area, perfect. Is getting one of these an interdimensional SU and making a few of these. Now that we have the ability to make this stuff, it's just long crafts. It's just going to take a long time to get to the crafting portions of everything. And I mean, we have an implosion compressor. We can make TNT. We can make iridium alloy. So we can do all these things now, and we can get ourselves to the point where we can make one of these. And we need obviously 2 of them, but you guys get the point. This is great. Perfect. All right. Now that that's going, I'm going to continue to make more and more of those. Did we get this finished yet? No, it's only 19%, and it's been running for about 30 minutes. So, all right. I'm going to let that do its thing, and I'll bring you guys back when we're ready and when it's close to done. At least you guys can get an idea of how long it takes per larvae. Okay, I've been working a lot, so let's get some lapis. There we go, and 1, 2, we've got 2 of those. I think I have enough to make, I was able to make 2 of these plates, so I think we can make 1 hybrid solar panel, but we just have to make these coal chunks. So we need 3 of those, which means we need 24 compressed balls. So we need 24 coal balls. Can we make it? I hope so. Oh, we need 5 more. Pulverized coal. All right, let's take that, and where's our pulverizer here? And put you in there. Should be able to make a bunch of this. Oh, perfect. Oh, it gives us sulfur too. That's nice. So, and we've got, do we have the upgrades in here? We do. We have some upgrades in here. Not completely everything, but we've got things going on, which is great. So, let's put this in there. All right, we need 3 more. All right, here we go. I think we might have it. And then we can compress these all down. 3 more, perfect. Okay, and I believe they have to be compressed. Compacted. So we need to compact all of these. So let's take those iron plates out. Let's put these in here. We'll let these run through, and we're going to get these coal balls. Okay. Oh, perfect. And then do we have obsidian? We do. We have some obsidian, so we should be good. We can make 1 of these. While those running, let's go down here. Let's pick one of these guys up. I've got 12 of them now. I've made a bunch. So, perfect. Okay, let's take this guy because we need 1 to make this, and we're gonna throw you in there. Okay, put you away, put you away, put you away. All right, perfect. And are they all done? They are. Okay, so let's do that. And if we make these guys, should be able to make 3. We can. Perfect. Tier 3, baby. Awesome. I made another coal block, or a lapis block, not thinking. I thought I had enough to make 2 of these, but I only have enough to make 1. And I'm pretty much out of UU matter at this point. So this should generate at night, which is great. I also added some MFSUs here too. But if we look at this bottom one, it should be going up pretty well. Let's go sleep. Let's take a look and see what it's... Oh, geez. That was almost really bad. We've got solar, we've got gas and oil production being distilled down. So this should be pulling in. Look at that. It's really cranking now. Beautiful. At 512 EU per tick. And I think these do 8. So 8 times 12 minus 1. Whatever that is. 60, 72, 96, 88 plus that. So we're at like 600 EU per tick in this setup right here, which we can then run down in. I haven't linked it up yet, which doesn't really matter much, but we're going to continue making more of these, We're going to just keep improving our solar situation. However, we're out of EU matter. I believe I'm out. Yeah, I used it all up. But where's our guy? We should be able to make some now if we get some scrap. So do we actually have any scrap? I forget. I'm still getting used to my new setup. Scrap. Oh, we do. So we can make some. Should be able to throw this in here and make some UU matter. Great. It gave us 10. Beautiful. We've got 10. So it's not a lot, but we're on our way, which is great. So that's been running for a while. We've been running for about an hour or so, and we're 38%. So if we're at about an hour, we can expect it to take 2 hours to make it to 80, and maybe another half hour. So 2.5 to 3 hours to run through one of these. Ugh. All right, I'm going to let it run, and we'll see how it comes when we're finished. Oh, man, crazy time. Alrighty, let's take a look. I was able to make another one. So I went through the process of getting 2. We've got 2 ultimate solar panels. The next step is just crazy. But I also did get this all linked in, and it is linked into our system, and I have all of my machines running, and we do have the ability to connect everything. So everything seems to be working. Fingers crossed. Yeah, I just have it running from down there, up and down and into the system. So it's coming into these. Now, I think that there's some sort of discrepancy with it converting. So I don't know how we'll handle this. I might change these all over. Instead of using RF, we might use EU and then do the conversion the other way from EU to RF at the machine level. But I think we're okay. It doesn't look like anything's been really depleted too far so far, but I think we're okay. Things seems to be all right, but we'll keep an eye on it, see how it goes. Inoculation. Okay, so this has been running for over an hour and a half. We're at about an hour and 40 minutes, and we're at 57%. So we're expecting that this is going to take probably about 3 hours to do one. And I need to do 16 of them. So this is going to take like 48 hours to run all these? Probably. Now, could we have done something different? Yes. One thing that we could do, and we still have the option to do it, is we could take one of these guys, just one serum vial, and we could go here, and we could go here and go to fertility and high fertility. I think that's what we need, just the fertility. We could take the fertility just on high. Let's get that centered, and then just take this and go here like so, and put that back in here. And then what we could do is, I wonder if I take this out, if it's going to run into problems, which I believe it is, and I don't want to start this over. But what we could do is when that one finishes, which is probably going to take another hour or so, we can put this guy in there, fertility high, and we could just we could just put the fertility of high in all of these and then improve them. That is an option. We're not going to do that. We can do that. We're not going to. Oh, this one finished too. So we'll take our Stanum charge, appear as serum, and put it in our personal safe. So now we have those all safe. So there's no way we could lose those bees ever, even if they breed out miraculously at some point. We could take the serum, and this is a good one to have because we'll probably do this to other bees, but we really want to get into the habit of starting to really purify all of our bees with as many of the best traits as we can as we move forward. Now, to get the process moving along just faster, we could just take the fertility and put that in so that way we could get the production going. That is an option for us. I'm going to bypass that option even though it's quicker to just finish this option, because once we get bees that are in this state, oh man, it's going to be a huge improvement, which is kind of really, really fun. So we're going to wait for this to finish up, and I at least want to get this to the point where it's done so you can kind of see, when we look at it, you'll see all the traits that are on it that we can, then I have to repeat that process 16 times, but you'll see what this bee looks like when we're done with it. The other thing that I want to talk about is, so we made some solar panels, but now I'm out of resources. I'm out of anything. I'm out of most of the things to make these ones, which is not so much coal, but this kind of stuff like irradiant uranium and the UU matter and things like that. So we need to work on, now that I believe power's sorted, or at least for the most part, I think we have like one more step, which is getting into that interdimensional SU so we can move power from one place to another. I think I have enough stuff to make these, so I'll probably make these off camera because it's a lot of crafting. It's crafting, and that's not super fun. If you guys want to see me craft all that, by all means, we can go through that, but to me, that's really just super boring. Maybe you guys like it, but I really typically don't like watching somebody do all that. Maybe I'll do a couple of the pieces because it is interesting to get to iridium alloy and then make these iridium alloy plates in the implosion compressor. But we have an implosion compressor, so we're okay. Is it this guy? Nope, that's our grinder. This guy. Nope. There it is. This guy. So we have the ability to do it. We have all the machines, and we are ready to go when it comes to making some of that stuff. It's just we have to build it. And I'm pretty certain I have everything that I need to do it. It's just a long crafting process, and I don't want to do that all on camera. That's kind of just meh. You guys don't like that. If you do, let me know, and I can do more crafting on camera, but I feel like that's just kind of, that's not what we're about on this channel. We're more of trying to do more higher advanced things. But the whole reason for those things is so that we can move power from one place to another easily, because we have to get ourselves into, did I bring them over? Laser. I did. We want to get our lasers, our mining lasers back up and running. And we also want to get ourselves over to the mining world to also get some, oh, okay, let's head over to spawn. You guys can take a look. We haven't been here for a while. I did some beautification of spawn. I've got some arcane lamps over the bridge, and I put arcane lamps everywhere because I'm not a big fan of torches. I don't like torches. They're not really all that awesome. So I made a whole bunch of arcane lamps, and I kind of made them all around. This place looks really cool at nighttime, which is sweet. I guess what we could do is, it's a little cheaty. All right, nighttime. Cool. Look at this. Yeah, that's really kind of cool. You have these options. I don't know if you have these options as a person that's not an operator on the server. Being I run the server, I'm an operator, so I can, in case I need to fix something, I can do it. But I think you have the ability to click those if you're not an operator. If you're not, I can't remember. I haven't tried yet, but it looks really nice here at nighttime, doesn't it? It's cool. Hey, buddy. What's going on? Punch in the face. Oh, it killed him. I have a super fist. Awesome. So yes, we've been working through trying to make spawn look a little bit nicer. But let's go down here. So the other thing that we want to do in upcoming episodes is, not only do I want to get those lasers up and gathering resources, we need to get these up and running. We need to get quarries running, and we want, I'm going to break this all down, and we're going to get ourselves a quad quarry. So we have 4 of these running when we have enough power. I'm excited because we need all of this going, and I need resources. We want to do more stuff, so I'm excited. All right, you guys have an idea of what's going on with the plan and how far we're going. I thought the mining world didn't have nighttime, but apparently it does. So that's new to me. Let's go back today. We added some time. Great. Okay, so I'm going to wait for that stuff to finish so I can show you guys the whole idea of inoculation at the end, and we'll bring you back when we're done.
3 hours later.
And here we are. We've got one completed. And yes, that whole process took roughly 3 hours. Oh, man. It is tough. So let's incubate this guy and see what we come up with. So this should come through here. It takes a little bit sometimes. I don't know how long it takes. There's no tooltip or anything on these incubators to see. There it is. Perfect. So if we take a look at this bee in the portable analyzer, and we go like this, There we go. The lifespan is elongated, it's slow production, it's slower pollination. It has flower type instead of rock type now, which is great. It has 3 fertility, and then it has a larger territory, and the effect is none. The other beautiful thing is that it's diurnal, nocturnal, tolerant flyer, and cave dwelling. So this is essentially one of our best bees that we have. It can work at night, it can work in caves, it works on a really long space. Everything is really good. So I'm going to let these finish. We have to go through the rest of these. It's going to take a really long time, but we do have Tolerant Drones. And when we've got a full like half stack of these guys, we're going to take them and we're going to put them in our alveary down here. And we're going to get them to work, and we're going to breed out all the bad traits of this and put in all these new traits for this guy. So I'm really excited to start getting some more purified bees and improving that process as we kind of move forward. So, all right, friends, I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, please stomp the like button. It really helps me out, and I'll catch you guys in the next episode. Take care and be well.